Hey guys, this is Allison from Allykat Creations. How are you? I am taking all of my TikTok videos and squishing them together in sections. So if you're not on TikTok but would like to enjoy what I put out for other people in messaging, they're short little clips, but they're all together. Please go check out this video so that you can see the messages that I give for others. If you are on TikTok, Ally, Kat211 is my handle. And it would be awesome if you can support me there. I unfortunately don't know what I'm doing with this channel or all my other social medias. I'm getting very burnt out financially. I'm not making anything, which is great, and that's fine, but things are hitting home really hard again. So any support would be fantastic. Don't worry if you can't, but getting that like, share, and subscribe out is the most important for me at this point in time. I want to thank all of my subscribers and all the people that watch me and gain some knowledge and wisdom from me. I am so happy to have you in my life. It is beyond measure how important all of you are to me. And I'm going to continue pushing forward with what upstairs missioned me and missioned myself to do here on this planet, as I'm trying to redefine what abundance and what means of making it in this 3D world looks like. It's getting harder and harder. And I hit that rock bottom 2 years ago, and it's coming back at me again with me putting in effort every day. So I don't know where I need to change or what direction I need to fly into, but here's a new way of going about things: TikTok shorts and videos. So I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for your support and enjoy. Bye for now.
Blessings, everybody. This is Allison from Allykat Creations. How are you? The political sphere is coming to a head. The negative thought forms, the back and forth energy is really at its point, and it needs to happen. We all need to purge our polarity, and we need to come into unity. But how do we do that? It's when people start to realize we have more similarities than we do differences. And we have to stop surface lining what those differences are. For an example, your skin color or your culture, your language. That's just surface level stuff, right? At the crux of it all, you are a soul inhabiting a body. Let's just face it. We have more in common than you think. And no matter what happens politically, in the United States at least, we all need to stand together and see really where things are failing. And that's for both sides, because it's failing big time. As a light worker, I am taking myself out into neutrality because I see both sides are doing the same exact thing to each other, and I don't condone either that side or that side, because the slings and the arrows are going to continue until we all put a stop to it. You don't have to like somebody, but you don't need to shame, blame, judge in such ways that it's low vibratory states affecting humanity. When we can come together and bridge consciousness from the 3D to the 4D, will we rise into 5, but it's going to be a long time, guys, as everybody's really still stuck in the ego and like, this is my way and that's no other way. Oh, let me tell you, it's always, because God's always. Once you can acknowledge that, a lot more can happen in your life. So please, don't feed into all the narratives, the programming, the steering of back and forth It's going to uptick until the election and probably after. Don't pay any mind to it. Kind of, you could pay attention to it if you're political, but I don't feed my energy to it anymore because I'm not going to stress out over stuff I can't control. The only thing I can control is my frequency, what I put out to the world, and for myself. Tomorrow, the prices of food are not going to change just because I try to manifest that. Being practical. Tomorrow isn't going to guarantee me life. So make each day count, each moment count, count your blessings, be grateful, have gratitude, and just stay neutral. And that's the best way to raise the frequency of Mother Gaia as we are closing out the huge political purge. That doesn't mean the other purges are going to stop. It just means this one is. Or possibly keep continuing on. It's up to us to stop the cycle. And we don't see that closing in. I don't see it, at least. Just be aware of where you're planting and putting your frequency. Be aware of how you're speaking. Be aware of the maturity level of your words. And increase your frequency. That's the best that we can do. As we all get to have a day on Halloween, Solween, to be something that we're not and enjoy a day of getting free cool stuff from others. Let's put in perspective that we want everybody safe and everybody having fun. And this is what this time of year is about, and communing with our other selves. So guys, sending each and every one of you love, light, compassion, grace, shielding, and protective energy. Please go within, be the shoulder, be the lighthouse, seed your truths. Thank you for your support. I hope to see you on the next one. And sidestep that polarity as best as possible. Bye for now. Blessings, everybody. This is Allison from Allykat Creations. How are you? I read books on my YouTube channel, Allykat211, and today I read Chapter 2, The Law of Fulfillment, by the Curtises. The Voice of Isis is the book. This book validates everything I say, and this book was written way back in the early 1900s. I'm going to read a section that the great law of divine harmony is forever working in a sevenfold manner as 1. Order, 2. Compensation, 3. Karma, 4. Vibration, 5. Cycles, 6. Polarity, and 7. Balance. It will be noted that vibration stands in the center of these manifestations of the law. It is Fohat, the breath of eternal motion, or Thor's hammer, the swastika, by the action of which the sparks of life are thrown off. The 7 aspects are like separate ingredients put into a vessel that bread may be made, until the motion of mixing vibration brings about an amalgamation and change of conditions in the ingredients. They do not become dough, but remain flour, yeast, salt, water, etc. Thus, through vibration must the law in its entirety bring about the fulfillment of all earth conditions. Everything from the planets to the tiniest grain of sand or microscopic bacterium has its rate of vibration, keynote, and its cyclic motion. The orbits of the planets may be called their cycles of vibration, the wavelengths of their oscillation, but within those great oscillations there are many, many lesser vibration cycles, as the minute and the second vibrate within the hour. What? This was written possibly 1912. They're talking like this information's been out. I love their books. This section I read tonight was one of the most profound sections, not because of the information. I already knew a lot of this information, but the elegance and the way they formatted it, their wording. it goes on to say a lot of crazy shit about the Earth becoming a sun. That's a potentiality I have not heard yet. But it talks about our ascension, our harvest, the suffering. All of this stuff that I've been talking about, it's talking about. And I never read this book before. I do like book reviews in real time, like how people review like videos or something out of their culture, and it's like a shock. So that's just one tiny particle of a section in this chapter that I read tonight that I was mind blown, and that I wanted to share with you guys because what? Wow. Just mind blown. And I might share some more. I just started this book. I've read a lot of their books, and each and every one of the things that they bring to the table is insane. And they're followers of Blavatsky, the occult, Manly P. Hall, but they do it in a Christian mystic sense, and mysticism was a huge, spiritualism was huge back in their time. Large and accepted. So who knows if we go back into work like their nature, the goodies we can all find to learn from and to move that wisdom, mature it, and bring it into the here and now. Because a lot of their work sounds like it's now, not back in their time. Crazy shit. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So guys, sending each and every one of you love, light, compassion, grace, shielding, and protective energy. Please go within. Please go within. Be the shoulder. Be the lighthouse. Seed your truths. And thank you for your support. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. Bye for now. Blessings, everybody. This is Allison from Allykat Creations. And I'm going to read another part from the amazing book, The Voice of Isis. This is chapter 2. Wow. The Law of Fulfillment. A windstorm has its rate of vibration or keynote, and everything within its path, while vibrating to its own keynote, must vibrate in harmony with the dominant note of the storm or be swept away. This planet, in fulfilling the law as vibration and cycles, has reached a point in the zodiac where it is entering into new conditions, where it must respond to a key note. Its cycle of fulfillment and fulfill the law in its entirety or be swept away. As it responds to this new vibration, everything upon it must accommodate itself to the new conditions. The failure of certain factors to adapt themselves will bring about the storms and cataclysmic changes, which will adjust conditions to the new note with startling suddenness, just as a tree which remains rigid and refuses to adapt to itself to the storm will suddenly broken off or uprooted. Every planet in its course of development has to meet the forces sent forth from all the story worlds and systems. These which are in advance of it will send it overwhelming force, almost greater than it can bear, while those which are less advanced will draw from it with a grasping force. But there comes a time in the life of every planet, as well as in the life of every individual, when a crisis is reached. In the case of a planet, this point is generally reached toward the close of the 5th or the beginning of the 6th great race. Then every effort is made to tear it to pieces. All the forces, both within and without, are exerted in an attempt at disruption, an attempt to tear the planet or individual into separate fragments. Only those who can endure this great cosmic testing and come out of the fiery ordeal alive can survive and continue their evolution. The heavens are full of wandering comets, asteroids, and fragments of planets, all that is left of worlds which have gone to pieces under this great test. These fragments are destined to spend eons of time wandering in space, they can once more be gathered together and obtain the force necessary to become a planet, or until they are drawn into some evolving planet whose vibrations are in harmony with theirs. What? The Curtises are fantastic. I read a lot of their books, and this is once again as a little portion of this one chapter that just blows my mind, because this was written a long time ago, and more so about 1912. And this feels like it's talking about right in the here and now moment. Go figure. So, check out my channel, Allykat211 on YouTube. This book is mind-blowing and fantastic, so please consider checking my channel out or buying the book and supporting them, even though they're long gone. They're in spirit, and they're probably channeling through many of us. I'm not the only one. Still got this cough. So, thank you all for supporting. Sending each and every one of you love, light, compassion, grace, shielding, or protective energy. Please go within, be the shoulder, be the lighthouse, seed your truths, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Thank you for all your support and love. Bye for now. Blessings, everybody, and happy Halloween! This is Allison from Allykat Creations. How are you? Today I'm going to read The Message of Aquaria, another Curtis book that has some very profound things in it. And this chapter I just read, my goodness. You can check it out on Allykat211 on YouTube if you're interested. Just as at certain seasons of the year, there is a great outpouring of theological students who have graduated from the seminaries, so in the divine world, there are certain cyclic periods where divine love and wisdom is poured out in our greater abundance, or when it may be said that many priests are initiated or receive the spiritual illumination, which marks them as true priests. Hence, in every organization and society promulgating the true divine wisdom, there will arise some advanced souls who is capable of being directly overshadowed by a ray of spiritual consciousness from the coming avatar, and thus become to that society or organization a direct representative of that avatar. These advanced souls are called avesha, or partial avatars. These advanced souls are called avesha for a reason. For while they are not the avatar in that they are mortal and have a physical personality to contend with, they are overshadowed at certain periods by his divine consciousness. Necessarily, the messages of the various avesha avatars will differ in details, for the ability of such a channel to give out the teaching depends upon such factors as the line of endeavor he is interested in, his race thought, his mental and spiritual capacity, his habits of life, his knowledge of the laws and philosophy of the higher life, and the intellectual training of his mind. Though, which all the teachings must pass, his received in this way, the members of every society and movement shall have the divine truth spoken in their own language, wherein they were born, couched in the terminology, symbols, and characteristic methods of expression particular to their own avenue of truth. Keeping this law in mind, we see that an avatar does not come to any one society, order, movement, or sect, but to humanity. And his teachings will be so divine and perfect, yet so simple, unprejudiced, and unbiased by the characteristics of any cult, that they will be equally applicable to all and will appeal to all spiritual-minded people, no matter what their race, creed, or special trend of thought. I don't necessarily believe, ladies and gentlemen, that there is a Messiah or one particular person coming. It's all of us collectively speaking on similar lines, giving it our unique frequency, personality, and transference of energy. A lot of us are speaking these things, and I believe that's really what stage we're at in humanity. And once again, this was written in 1921. Their books are incredible. The information is there. Again, I don't hard align with that one and all be one, because we're all one anyway. We're all coming together in the consciousness of Christ consciousness, or 5D thinking, whatever you want to put a label to for your mind to comprehend. This is just something to take into consideration. We're looking for a religion and a person that embodies that religion to give you the word, to be the savior, the coming in with the white horse. And it's all of us collectively in our spiritual, religious, all of it. It's for humanity. It's not one branch of a religion that's going to be the savior. It's all of us being the savior. And this is just perfectly expressed here because there's a bunch of us who are channeling higher-ended material to share with all of you in humanity. And I'm not alone. So guys, sending each and every one of you love, light, compassion, grace, shielding, and protective energy. Please go within, be the shoulder, be the lighthouse, seed your truths. Please have a happy and blessed Halloween, because we're retaking that holiday for the positive and not the negative. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. Bye for now. Blessings, everybody. This is Allison from Allykat Creations. How are you? Hope everybody's having a blessed and beautiful day. I took this out because I was reading and doing a video on the Law of One, The World as Well as Representation by Arthur Schopenhauer. I'm going to quote something from him that's going on in our paradigm right now. Quote, "The unspeakable pain, the wretchedness, and misery of mankind, the triumph of wickedness, the scornful mastery of chance, and the irreversible fall of the just and the innocent are all here presented to us, and here is to be found a significant hint as to the nature of the world and of existence. What you fail to know is that can be changed just by thinking and willing difference into existence. You can alter that and transmute that thought into a lot of different potentiality. Is the world really wicked? Or is it God expressing itself, all that is, expressing itself through quantum states of entanglement, through an avatar near you, playing out a role to help teach, learn society? When you detach emotional states and define things differently, well, we'll be having a better grasp at how the world really is functioning and how we can change it, because our thoughts become things. And we could dictate a new world in a moment if we all collectively come together and unify. The world as will and representation. If it wasn't for your will, you wouldn't have the power to manifest. So use that will of yours, will to power something positive and beautiful for the world. And together we can make a beautiful reality, new earth, whatever we want to label it, together. So choose wisely. Focus on the best and the highest in the now moment, because that's always forever changing too. Sending each and every one of you love, light, compassion, grace, shielding, and protective energy. Please go within, be the shoulder, be the lighthouse, seed your truths. I hope to see you guys on the next one. Thank you for your support. Will to power a better humanity. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now. Blessings, everybody. This is Allison from Allykat Creations. How are you? The world as will and representation. Something to put in perspective for the next couple of days because of the climate that we all are inhabiting. As from the direct light of the sun to the borrowed reflected light of the moon, so do we pass from the immediate representation of perception, which stands by itself and is its own warrant to reflection, to the abstract, discursive concepts of reason, which have their whole content only from the knowledge of perception and in relation to it. As long as our attitude is one of pure perception, all is clear, firm, and certain. For there are neither questions nor doubts nor errors. We do not wish to go farther. We cannot go farther. We have rest in perceiving and satisfaction in the present moment. Perception by itself is enough. Therefore, what has sprung purely from it and has remained true to it, like the genuine work of art, can never be false, nor can it be refuted through any passing of time, for it gives us not opinion, but the thing itself. With abstract knowledge, with the faculty of reason, doubt and error have appeared in the theoretical care, and remorse in the practical. If in the representation of perception, illusion does at moments distort reality, then in the representation of the abstract error can reign for thousands of years, impose its iron yoke on whole nations, stifle the noblest impulses of mankind through its slaves and dupes. It can enchain even the man it cannot deceive. It is the enemy against which the wisest minds of all times have kept up an unequal struggle, and only what these have won from it has been the property of mankind. Therefore, it is a good thing to draw attention to it at once, since we are now treading the ground where its providence lies. Although it has often been said that we ought to pursue truth, even when no use for it can be seen, since its use may be indirect and appear when not expected. I find I must add here that we should be just as anxious to discover and eradicate every error, even when no harm from it can be seen, because this harm may be very indirect and appear one day when not expected. For every error carries a poison within itself. If it is the mind, it is knowledge that makes man lord of the earth. Then no errors are harmless, still less venerable and holy. And for the consolidation of those who devote their strength and life in any way or are concerned to the noble and difficult struggle against error, I cannot refrain from adding here that so long as truth does not exist, error can play its game, just as owls and bats do at night. But we may sooner expect that owls and bats will drive the sun back into the east than that any truth that is known and expressed clearly and fully will again be supplanted, so that the old error may once more occupy its extensive position undisturbed. This is the power of truth, whose conquest is difficult and laborious, but when victory for it is once gained, it can never be wrested away again. Very difficult book, but one that has a lot of gems and goodies in it that, holy shit, puts a lot of things in perspective, especially what's going on in our paradigm right now. So I hope you got something from that. Sending each and every one of you love, light, compassion, grace, shielding your protective energy. Please go within, be the shoulder, be the lighthouse, seed your truths. Thank you for watching and supporting, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye for now. Blessings, everybody. This is Allison from Allykat Creations. I just finished a video, a pondering spiritual soul advice video. Because I'm taking in energy. I had a lot of downloads and uploads the last day and a half. And I wanted to put this out there. If you're on the political agenda stuff, right? I love you guys. And you're allowing the political stuff to hold up your spiritual work, because I know it has for a lot of people. Please use this election as a permission slip, as Bashar would say. Use this as a permission slip to start doing your spiritual work, please. A lot of people are now starting to talk about the big shift in the timeline shift and the paradox and the paradigm and all this beautiful stuff, right? Wonderful. Here's the problem. We are shifting continuously all the time. Humanity just went on this timeline. We wrote it. It was there. We collectively raised the vibration to get there. And here we are. The Schumann resonance is spiking, but it's also purging. Our other selves are mourning. Some of us are in elation. It's great. We need this. Give this permission to do the work on yourself, to walk in your authentic path. We were told about this a couple of years ago, that we would be the way showers. We would actually be the physical shoulders for people to lean on. We were going to be the compassionate, unconditional love, beautiful beings helping the other side figure it out. And you know what's happening? The ego, the I told you so's, and that's not, the whole truth didn't even come out yet. Think about when stuff actually is disclosed. If it gets disclosed, we don't know where the timeline's shifting. We create it. And a lot of us know the truth already. But that other side doesn't, and we're the ones that convey it to them. We're the ones that are going to be the shoulders. Where is the compassion? Where is the grace? Where's the unconditional love? You all want to shift and ascend, but you can't get it through your mind. You have to have those components within you and feel it, walk it, live it, breathe it, be it, flow with it, be the flow for these people. They're only experiencing what many of us experienced 4 years ago. Okay? We've been there, we've done that. Now it's time to mature the responses, to mature how you're projecting them, to be the lighthouses that you are, come into unity of love and unconditional love for that other side that is now having a problem. Be their shoulder. I know I was a shoulder for many people today. I didn't gloat. I didn't promote it. I'm innerly happy for the result. I'm happy. But that doesn't change my everyday life and my circumstances. Nobody's coming down on a white horse to save my day. I have to save my own day, and I have to be the savior of my life. How are you walking about the next couple of weeks is up to you. But choose love, choose compassion, choose the mature way of going about wording things. Mature your definitions. Be authentic with it, but have compassion for that side. Let's mature, because this is how we move forward, and this is how the humanity shifts even quicker. Just putting this out there, because I'm seeing a lot of stuff. Don't fall for it. Be the lighthouses that I know all of you can be. Sending each and every one of you love, light, compassion, grace, shielding, and protective energy. Please go in. Literally be the shoulder now. Be the shoulder for others. Be the lighthouse. See your truths respectfully. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. Thank you for your support. Bye for now. Blessings, everybody. This is Allison from Allykat Creations. How are you? Another section from the Cycle of Fulfillment from the Curtis books that I am reading on my channel, Allykat211 on YouTube. Great alchemical changes are transpiring within and around the earth that will terminate in cataclysms of periodic activity. These are not altogether malign influences, for among the stars, astronomy and astrology agree that there are no malign and no beneficent planets in the ordinary accepted meaning of the terms. All is cosmic law. The peculiar force exerted by every star in the firmament upon every other star is just that force, which is needed for every particular star's well-being at the time. The Earth today is entering the first period of its cycle of fulfillment. It's meeting the influence of stars whose force and light have been traveling for ages and ages, but which are only just now beginning to penetrate its atmosphere. Some of these forces might be called malign and some beneficent, but the influence of each is necessary to Earth's evolution. The coming of these forces is not accidental, nor are they coming in a haphazard manner. Millions and millions of eons ago, this Earth was reborn. The sons of mind, breathed into the evolution of this planet the breath of divine life. Those distant firmaments were set in their particular and appointed places, and the influence sent out from their centers were so timed as to reach the newborn Earth at the exact period when those particular forces would be needed to push it onward toward its fulfillment. Conceived of constant pressure exerted upon the Earth's surface from all the planets and stars, and at the same time a pressure from within, a force going outward to impinge upon all the stars. As long as these forces are evenly distributed, the result is that the Earth's crust becomes more and more consolidated and at the time purified. Because of this pressure, many alchemical changes are taking place. Liquids are becoming transformed into solids. Solids are being transmuted into gases, and gases are becoming luminous ether, and so forth. Thus, the Earth is slowly being prepared to become a sun. In its present state, where the Earth subjected to the forces which operate through a sun, it would be instantly volatilized into a cloud of gaseous matter. It must be tested and tried, not as a punishment, but as a necessary preparation for its work as a sun. No planet can become a shining, burning sun until it has passed this crucial test, until the without and the within are perfectly balanced and have been compacted it into a state that nothing can destroy, or in a correlance, until it has become the diamond heart. Only when a planet has obtained at 1 mint, or has assimilated all the forces of the stars and planets and all the interstellar spaces, can it be said to have conquered and become a sun, ready to take its place in the grand procession around the central sun. The sun of this solar system is such a conqueror, and all the planets and stars of our cosmos are in various stages or degrees of development toward this great end. I don't believe at the moment in time as I'm reading this is a profound work. Earth is not becoming a sun anytime soon, and it will take billions of years for that even to happen. But the possibility is there. And this is just suggesting to go within and become the luminous, centered, balanced being that you can be. The changes that are happening on our outside world is a result of us changing, shifting, purging. Although it is cataclysmic in some spots, we have to be understanding of soul contracts and the choices that others made to partake in those experiences for their own catalytic soul growth. So guys, this was one of the other portions of the Voice of Isis, the cycle of fulfillment, that blew my mind. I never heard of this before, and something to explore further. Sending each and every one of you love, light, compassion, grace, shielding your protective energy. Please go within. Be the shoulder, be the lighthouse, seed your truths. Thank you for your support and your gratitude. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.